I just got off my flight. I almost just got kicked off the plane. I was being a little dramatic. I didn't almost get kicked off the flight, but the flight attendants were having issues with me because I was having issues with the person sitting next to me. So let me tell you, I'm a pretty nice guy, right? But I'm a firm believer in snitches just serve no purpose to society. So I barely made my flight. I'm talking, they were on the PA system going, all call, last calling for boarding, doors closing in 5 minutes. I'm sprinting. I'm the last person that boarded, right? Which, from the look on this person's face, I did not make very happy. I get it. Like, they're gonna have to open the overhead bin again. I'm gonna have to ask you, like, oh, sorry, can I squeeze by? Like, I get it. Now, I flew Spirit, and I paid extra to sit in, like, the big, extra wide seats up front because it was only, like, $23. And I was like, yeah, I'm 6'1", I need leg room. I am tall. So this is the first time I've ever flown with a carry-on, and I put it in the overhead bin. It's got all my gym stuff in it, and apparently the lady didn't like the way that I slammed the door. So I put my bag in. I go to shut it. I shut it at a very normal, like, shutting speed, right? My goodness, did you need to shut it that hard? I could feel the vibrations in my seat. This is twice I've been accused of, like, slamming things, whether it's in my apartment complex or in an airplane, to no one else saying anything. Just them. I'm just staring down. Like, all right, this is what it's gonna be like. But you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna take a nap. Like, I'm not even gonna need to look at you, talk with you, whatever. Now, I also had a backpack. So I start going to my seat. And she goes, oh, you know, you can't have that there. Like, they're gonna tell you to put it away. Like, you can't have a backpack up here because there's nowhere to put it. I did get a little, like, snarky, but I was just, in like a good soft tone voice, I was like, I'll let the flight attendant tell me that. Thank you. Sat down, put my backpack right in between my feet. She took the deepest, like, elephant, hippopotamus-sized breath. Everyone, I'm still calm, cool, and collected at this point. I had my little snarky remark that got it out of my system. We're good. The flight attendants are walking down and through the aisles, like, making sure everything's fully closed, and then they start doing the demonstration of, like, oh, the oxygen will flow even if the bag's not inflated. This lady, with the full might of her body, raises her arm and goes, you know, he still has his backpack in between his legs. Are you guys gonna do something about that? I had to put mine in the overhead bin. Now, as she's putting a spectacle on, like where it's Cirque du Soleil, I was just like, not your bag, not your business. The flight attendant obviously heard that, the freaking air traffic control heard that commotion, comes over and goes, excuse me, if we continue to have a problem over here, one of you is gonna have to be removed from the plane. And I was like, there's no problem. I will put my bag in the overhead bin. And that's not where this story ends. We take off. I'm wearing a hoodie. It's rather hot. So I grab my air, pointed towards me, turn it on. I'm pulling up Crunchyroll on my iPad. I have my headphones in, and I can see from my peripheral vision, a hand going up. I go, I know she's not touching my air. I know she's not. I know why would she? She turned off the air. So I didn't say anything. I turned it on again because I was hot. It's not blowing. I even held my hand up. I was like, okay, there's no way that it is at all inconveniencing her. I went to the bathroom, came back after I sat down. The air's off again. And without, like, breathing and thinking about my actions, I just kind of exploded. Do you have a problem? Is there something wrong with me? Like, word for word. Is there something the flight attendant comes over. Sir, what's going on this time? She keeps turning off my air. Like, I'm not doing anything.
So frustrating that their air hostess haven't even, like, heard this whole situation. Obviously, I know they have a really important job to do and they probably don't care as much about what's going on. But if he's, like, raising his voice to this woman, they're going to be thinking it's his problem. But I just don't understand why this woman's had a massive issue with him. Like, at the end of the day, it's a bloody flight, love. Like, just shut your trap and just watch your film or something, or read your book. Him doing that is not affecting her in any way, shape, or form.
The sound of his air is making it really hard for me to sleep. You're on an airplane! So the flight attendant and I looked at each other, and I just went, he schools her and why she's wrong. We move on. Now, fast forward to about to land. We are cruising on descent, right? I want to get a picture of it. I open the wind visor. I'm like doing a little, I sit back and left it open. She reaches over me into my area. I'm talking seatbelt loosened, like, shut it.
You're supposed to have the blinds open anyway on the plane when you're landing. Like, it's a rule. You're supposed to have it open. So she's a stupid woman for doing that. And the flight attendants are just gonna come back over and be like, you need to have it open. Because you're allowed them closed when you're flying, but when you're about to land, you have to have them open. That is literally the rule. What is she doing? What is her problem? She's getting on my nerves.
So now I'm thinking to myself, the only logical explanation for this is I'm on one of those shows where they go and prank people, like what's his name, Sal, where they go and prank people in public and get the reaction. So I'm treating this as a joke now. I turn my body 90 degrees, looking straight at her, use my right arm without looking, open the wind visor, and smile. Here's the thing, we're like landing, right? Like the dude over, the flight attendant over there can't do anything. He's strapped into his little safety vest. Meanwhile, she's pressing the flight attendant call button saying, he won't shut the wind visor, it's making me nervous. All you had to do was be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, it makes me a little nervous, can you? No. But now I'm at my mom's house, so we're all good here.
I love his sass. I just love it. It's like perfect. There's no arguing back at the Karen. There's nothing. He's just playing her game. He's just like, is there a problem? He's right. Like, if you had a problem, just say it. Don't make a whole scene. Because not only is she making him uncomfortable, but she's making the guy next to him uncomfortable. The people around the plane uncomfortable. And nobody wants to hear your bloody complaint. Nobody actually cares. On a really boring flight, there's nothing to look out or do on the plane. You have no signal at all. You probably don't even have a book with you. You probably want to have a sleep. You've had a really long week at work. Or you might be going on holiday to start something fun. And you have this bloody Karen causing a scene. It would just drive me insane. It's worse than a kid screaming on a plane. No joke. It's probably one of the worst things. I don't even say she's being a snitch. I think she's just being an idiot and not even understanding like what the plane rules are. What an idiot.